Welcome to Great Overload. I'm Anthony, and Microsoft has came out with their E3 announcement, and they announced stuff for PC gamers and console gamers, as well as a lot of games. Microsoft did not spare any time in their E3 announcement. They announced a lot of games, some hardware, and something for the PC, and mentioned a little bit about their Project X Cloud. Now, to go through it all, the games, I won't run through all 60 games that they did, but some of the ones that I'm actually interested in, of course, is Halo. I've been trying to go through the whole Halo franchise. I do like that franchise for what I've played before, but I'm trying to go through it all by myself instead of playing on somebody else's Xbox with them, and it's been fun. It's just taking me a long time. And then there was Cyberpunk, which I thought was a really impressive announcement as well as Borderlands. Those three games I'm kind of looking forward to here, but with my huge backlog of games, granted I probably won't buy these straight out right. Time will tell if I actually get caught up, and I can. But those games, and there was many others there that, as I was doing other stuff, I was like, "Ooh, I would like to play that. I like to play that," but I can't play every game. I got to pick and choose because there's just time restrictions here. Like many of you, there's other stuff you could be doing as well. So, but to get into it, they did announce a redesigned Xbox Elite controller. Now, there's been really a lot of great reviews out there. I was actually looking at getting an Elite controller because I like to use one with my Xbox and computer if I want to use the controller. The one downside is that a lot of people having other grips will keep falling off of it. And then if you're spending $150 on a controller, you kind of want it to last for a while at least. So this one now is a little bit pricier. I believe it's $180. They completely redesigned it, and I may actually wait a little bit for reviews to come out so that I can see if it will hold up, because I do not want to drop $180 to have something that's going to fall apart. Maybe Microsoft should increase the warranty a little bit, especially when you're spending that much money on a controller. Kind of back it up a little bit rather than, a cheaper one that you can just go out there and get for on sale for like 50 bucks, 40 bucks. So, but then the big thing there is that they mentioned Project X Cloud, and later in October they're going to be opening this up. But one thing about Project X Cloud is that they're opening it up to run on or run off your local Xbox, so you can be your own private cloud. And I like this a lot. I hope Microsoft takes it a step further and makes your desktop up their private cloud, because there's times that I'm playing, I'm by my Surface, I'm not moving my desktop around. It's down in this location all the time, but I maybe want to be upstairs on my Surface, or maybe even on my little media box that's upstairs as well, and I can just play off of that using the games that are on my desktop. So, or I already have that access to the Xbox games on my Xbox, but this is more powerful. Maybe I can even render at higher quality on this guy as well, maybe higher frames per second. Only time will tell to see how the internal network handles it, but even possibility is external networks maybe handle it as well. So there's a lot of possibilities here. Microsoft didn't show too much about it with the Project X Cloud. I'm guessing we'll get more in October, because it kind of hinted that it's going to be opening up for the private cloud part of it, where you're using your Xbox as a cloud. And I'm just hoping that comes to PC too. They did release, going into this, a Xbox for PC app. So this is basically competing with your Steams, with your um, Epic Game Store, GOG. And right now it is really promoting, being the Game Pass side of things for your computer. But to get in, before I get into the Xbox Game stuff, it's just another app. It's going to be competing. I think that this is a good move for Microsoft, trying to get into that gaming, getting their hands into it. Hopefully, we see some of the things on Windows that respond to that to make even gaming on Windows better. And I hope this is part of it. It needs a lot of improvements right now. There's no way to see what games you own. There's no way to, if there is, it's not easy to find, because I've spent 15 minutes with it. I just got annoyed that there wasn't certain things with it, and it's sitting on my desktop open right now, and it shows me the two games I have installed, and I'm wondering where some of the other ones I have installed are too. So hopefully it gets better. And by the way, these are games from the Microsoft Store that I have installed, not from like Steam and everything else. There's a lot more than that. So things need to be ironed out here. It is a beta app. If you're interested, go take a download and go download it. Give Microsoft some feedback of what it needs. But they are pressing the Xbox Game Pass for PC in it. Now, the Xbox Game Pass for PC right now contains 100 games. It is in beta. It's going to be in beta here, and it's $5 a month for that, and you get access to 100 games. Now, if you want to have more than that and have access to all the games on your Xbox 2 that are in its Game Pass, so there's two separate Game Passes, one for Xbox and one for PC. If you buy both of those, one's $5, one is $10, and I believe those prices are right. And then if you have Xbox Gold, that's another, what is it, $5? So if you combine all those, you can get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for $15. So if you're a big gamer, I feel like could be a logical step for you. Play a lot of games, go through a lot of games. Fine. This actually makes some sort of sense. Now, granted, you're taking a step back from ownership even more with just being in a Game Pass here. But if Microsoft keeps all the games in as possible, that's going to be even more value for this. Now, coming from, I like to own some of the games. Now, I don't really care too much on certain devices, but if I do want to keep it, I do buy it on GOG, then keep the installer offline copy just so I have it. But it seems like more and more we're getting away from owning our games. It's going more for a renting option, and that's the way it's going to be. Something, though, if you play a lot of games, this could be actually much more cost effective and something to look at if you play a lot of games. Granted, you've already heard that I have a huge backlog of games, so it's not like I get out and play games every single day, let alone once a week. I like to. It's just I need a little bit more time right now. So, but the other thing that they did announce there that everyone was hoping for, right, is the next generation console. And they gave us a little bit about it, which is Zen 2, Navi, and this is the Scarlet console. There's been a lot of stuff about if Microsoft's going to come up with two-tier consoles, a higher tier and a lower tier. But in this one, they say Xbox Scarlet, which is Zen 2 Navi, 4 times more powerful than the Xbox One X, which makes me kind of think that it's going to be the most powerful Xbox out there when it releases next year in 2020. They really talked up the SSD about how the SSD is revolutionary. It kind of starts making me think that we're going to be transitioning in our gaming environments from loading screens to playing games constantly. And this, I think, is going to be a great improvement. I like that. I like being able to get in the game faster and just stay playing in the game, staying in an immersive world. That's just fun for me. So they really talked about, hey, you're going to be able to play the game. Everything's just going to be streaming in, and it's all just going to be there, able to be accessed at once. You're not going to have to be sitting at loading screens. Now, I wonder if what it means for old hardware, but maybe I'll make a separate video on when this all maybe comes to fruition, how this all maybe will handle older hardware or slower hardware. But for now, we're just going to have to wait and see if this next console generation is going to basically move gaming forward to get rid of loading screens and make it just immersive without having that, oh yeah, we're loading. So time will tell on that. Backwards compatibility, they did talk that up. And then they went into some more technologies of ray tracing, which is going to be hardware ray tracing, so hardware accelerated they mentioned. They mentioned 128 frames per second, so my guess is your lower end resolutions are going to be able to get and hit that super high frame rate. We're at that point in computer hardware. We're using Zen 2 and Navi, I hope so. Being able to do that. And then the 8K resolution is up to 8K. Don't know what that means exactly, but maybe that means you get playback. You're probably going to be your high HDMI, what is it, 2.1 now, that you're going to be able to have access to. I believe that's the latest. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But there's also going to be variable refresh rate. They've already had variable refresh rate on the Xbox One. I do hope that Sony takes advantage of it as well. So that's a little bit from Microsoft thing. My thoughts on this, I'm really excited about the PC stuff. If Microsoft can have a convincing store front as well, I know it's going to be another thing for PC gamers to go to, but we need diversity in the PC gaming space. We can't just go to one place with the games. It may be it may have a detriment to us in the future. I hope not, but nothing is guaranteed in life. So I do like that Project X Cloud, I think there's some great possibilities to it. Like Stadia, I haven't done a video on that. I'm cautiously optimistic about Stadia, what it does for gamers. Now, like a PC gamer like myself, Xbox console gamer, I think that we're going to want more graphical power, more performance power overall, and us being able to use, our Xbox at least, but I really hope our computer to render that out and be our own personal cloud would be awesome. And to be able to choose between which device we want to play off of would just make this up to the next level. And only time will tell if Microsoft's going to open that up. Hopefully in October we get more of that. I do like the Elite controller. I hope that that lives up to its price tag and doesn't fall apart as easily as the grips did on the last one. And the games are the most important part with that coming out. I mean, we want to play games, right? We want to be in those immersive worlds. And Microsoft said they have thousands in development. Who knows if that's true? But you know what, Microsoft, keep putting them out. That would be awesome. Then we have, you're hearing my little daughter in the background here. And with Xbox Scarlet coming out, I think that there is some opportunity to move gaming forward with that baseline console play. And with Sony talking about what they have as well, it's going to be really interesting. But I would like to now thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for helping support this channel and helping grow. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.